Whoa! Ah, those are cool!
Sexy.
I have complex feelings about Corvettes.
I think it would be hard to make out in this car.
Which cars are women most attracted to in a potential date? To answer this age-old question, I've gathered 10 single women, 10 single guys, and their 10 different cars to find out in this new 10-part series. In this video, we'll see how the C4 Corvette ranks and fares with our panel of single ladies.
I'd love to say, my boyfriend in the Corvette over there.
Welcome to Retro Cars Forever. My name is Brad, and I'm so excited to finally bring you this new series that's going to determine, with science, what car could a guy own that would be most attractive to single women. So while I may not be single, I still thought this could be a fun and enlightening social experiment. Here's how I set it up. First, I needed 10 single guys aged 20 to 50 years old from all over the United States. I also selected these dudes based on what vehicles they owned. True classic cars aren't very comparable, so I only considered model years 1980 and above. I also didn't want some mega expensive car blowing out the competition, so I put a maximum price cap of $40,000 in today's value. That's about the average price of a new car. With those parameters in place, I selected 10 cars that represented a wide variety of styles that car guys might gravitate towards. But I also selected a few more normal cars to act as a sort of control group. As for the 10 single women, I was looking for ladies from all over the country from different walks of life who weren't car enthusiasts. With all the elements in place, I asked the guys to photograph and film their cars. The women had no idea who the owners were or even what the guys looked like. Once the women had seen all 10 cars, I asked them to rank them in order of preference based on this question: which car owner would you be the most interested in dating? I then averaged those results so that we could find, with cold hard numbers, which cars would attract women the most or the least. I'll just say the results kind of blew my mind. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For this first episode, it just had to be a Corvette. And there's no better person to talk about it than the owner.
Hi, my name is Nick, and I drive a 1996 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport. I love that it stands out. I like driving the same car that everyone on the block has. And there's no character there, and there's absolutely zero exhilaration or passion. I think the women in this video will like my car. I've got nothing but compliments on it, and I would really like to know that those are legit versus, just trying to spare my feelings. Oh yeah, it's totally a cool car, I love this car. I drive it every day in all weather conditions. I give you my personal guarantee that no matter where you go, you'll have fun getting there, and you're gonna look good doing so in this car.
Just to be clear, that video clip of the owner was just for you viewers. The women did not get to see the guy, they only got to see his car. So, what did the ladies think of his 1996 Corvette Grand Sport? Let's find out right now.
Oh, wow. Sexy.
I'm pretty sure my Ken doll had a version of this car.
I feel like you should be able to pull it back and it goes woo.
I think it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful car.
It screams hot date.
I like its cute little racing stripe.
And the two red stripes on the side. Somehow this vehicle has the color pattern scheme of a Cobra Commander.
The shape of the car, it's like a nice long shape. It looks like a racing car. It's very nice and long.
Why do you like this long?
I don't know why I like this long. Giggity.
Corvette is a little bit intimidating. Maybe because the nose is too narrow and it's just not very cute. I probably would want a Porsche.
Whoa! Ah, those are cool! Okay, I like those.
I hope they make it again, pop-up headlight. I don't see the new car doing that anymore.
I love them. I love gimmicky shit. It's so dumb. It's so great. Why? Because it's fantastic.
Those seats look comfy.
Just two of us. So romantic.
This is not the car that you pick up friends in. This is the car where you pick up a friend. A friend.
I would imagine that anyone who's claustrophobic would look at this and just have a big pile of nope.
Yeah, the interior's kind of plain. It's just all black.
I think black leather seats are gorgeous. And the only problem is when it's real hot and they get real hot.
That means that my thighs are burning if I'm wearing a mini skirt or short shorts. Just the stick when you get up and it's like, ah.
If the men are taking notes, they can bring like a small little hand towel that she could sit on because you don't want the back of her legs to burn.
It's kind of scary. You drive like really low and you don't see much view.
It is very narrow for the legs, and it might be a slightly uncomfortable ride.
I think it would be hard to make out in this car. That makes it a little harder to love.
The idea of being so like boxed in your seat, that's to keep you from sliding around when you're going at high speeds. Like, I won't complain if I'm in the passenger seat and I get a taste of how fast this thing can go.
Oh, the hood opens up in a fun way.
That's an engine.
I think it would be fun for me just to like vroom vroom, but it would be intimidating to put myself in someone else's hands.
I like the idea of going fast, but when I'm actually going fast, it just it makes me nervous sometimes.
In the right conditions, yeah, that sounds fun.
I appreciate speed and feeling the need for speed.
Being a passenger in a very fast car is fun, but only if the driver knows what they're doing.
If I trust you, hell yeah, let's do it. If I'm just getting to know you and you're trying to show off and you might get us both killed, not cool with it.
Anything over 100, I start getting really nervous.
If you go above 90, the relationship is over.
Oh, it's a grand sport? A grand sport Corvette to you too, sir.
So this Corvette is a Grand Sport Edition. There are about 18,000 Corvettes made in 1996, but only 1,000 of them were Grand Sports. So does that rarity improve your opinion of this car in any way?
Eh.
Okay, good to know.
I like the fact that it's more rare because obviously it costs more, so that's cool. I mean, that guy probably can afford more, which that's nice.
This is someone who had a dream car and sought it out, they're taking care of it. So I think that's actually a good quality.
It makes me go, tell me its story. Why? Why is this special? I want to know more.
They were all painted this way. It's mostly a visual package. This car is sort of a throwback to a 1960s Corvette race car that was called the Grand Sport, and it had a paint job that was very similar to this.
This is actually special. Cool, I like that.
This car is cosplaying its favorite race car from the 60s, and that I think is adorable.
I don't care if you have this 1 in 1,000 copycat car. It just doesn't do it for me down there.
I'm not quite so interested in the fact that it's like 1 in 1,000. I am a lot more interested in the history. Like, that's cool. I'm a nerd. Give me nerd reasons to like your car and I'll like that.
I like them. I think they're a classic.
I think they're really neat, but it's probably like an older person that I would picture driving it. Like an older man with the white tennis shoes, New Balance tennis shoes. If it was a younger guy that happened to drive this vehicle, I would think it was his dad's.
I think that Corvettes definitely appeal more towards older people, unless it's a very old soul in a young body. Because now it's all about sustainability with the younger crowd. So it's like Tesla.
I have complex feelings about Corvettes. It's changed a bit over the years. I was obsessed with them when I was a teenager, to the point that I had my 13th birthday present was a book on Corvettes. But I know enough people who have had trouble with men who own Corvettes, because they tend to love their cars more than anything else, to the detriment of the women with them, where the women are the accessory to the car. I would love for someone to prove me wrong, but boy, you got a lot to work against.
What kind of guy would own a 1996 Corvette anyways?
Some sort of corporate guy that like, this is his toy. This is his reward for having the job that he has.
I imagine he might be a professional at whatever it is he does. Corvettes probably are not cheap to either procure or maintain.
I feel like a Corvette owner is like, that's the kind of person that's like really, really into their car. Like really into their car.
Since they clearly are out to impress, this is the type of guy who would take me out to some really nice restaurants and would be trying to impress me. And I appreciate that. I enjoy the finer things in life, and I feel like whoever drives that Corvette would take me there.
Now it's time for the rankings. After checking out all 10 cars, the women were asked, which car owner would you be the most interested in dating? Out of the different vehicle choices, 1st through 10th, this is where they each ranked the Corvette.
The Corvette was number 1 because of the color, and it's a cool ass car. It's a kind of a fantasy car to me, so I like the Corvette.
Corvette ranks number 8. I would actually feel claustrophobic in the vehicle. My legs don't have the freedom to move. I would really have to lower my head in, and also the wide spacing paneling to get in. I will fall on my face.
At number 7, I had the Corvette. The more I think about it, this is kind of the midlife crisis car. Sorry if you're my age range, but yeah, unfortunately, that's what I see.
It snuck up there, and I really wasn't expecting it. And if you hear my review, I was a little harsh on it, but I thought probably the Corvette driver could be a lot of fun.
This isn't particularly my personal cup of tea. However, under the right conditions, it'd be pretty fun to ride in.
I don't think I would want to ride in this car, but like, it is kind of cool. It's just not for me.
I drive Prius every day, so put me in this car. I don't think so. It's kind of like scary for me, but it's a really fun car.
I like the history attached to this car. It just doesn't do much for me.
I like the retro wave it has, but there's definitely something fussy about this car too. It is so low. I don't think it's that comfortable to ride around in. The Corvette guys, like, next.
Number 2, beautiful car, pretty car. Love it right down to its pop-up headlights, the color. I'd love to say that, my boyfriend in the Corvette over there.
Averaging all the ladies' rankings, and you get an average of 5.8. Now, this is only the first of 10 episodes, so we don't have any cars to compare to quite yet, but this is a very respectable score. Up next, our panel of single women will be taking on the Jeep Wrangler. How will this rugged little SUV place against our sleek Corvette and all the other vehicles yet to come?
This is my ideal man's car.
Don't take the doors off your car. That ain't safe.
I would automatically assume the person who has this car must be cool.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss episode 2. If you'd like to see more of this series, I'll be putting all available episodes in a playlist link right here. Or if you'd like to watch something completely different, here's another video ready to go. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave a comment below. I love hearing your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.